Hi, I'm James Niggemeyer and I fish the Bassmaster Elite Series Tournament Trail. And one of the things that I find as I travel across the country is riprap banks. And riprap's a great place to look for fish when I'm on a new body of water. This time of year, in the late summer coming into the early fall, I think it's a great place to look for concentrations of fish where they're pushing up shad and different things. And I want to just kind of go over 3 different types of lures that I like to fish riprap with when I'm searching for them. The first one, this is called a KVD Popper. It's called a KVD Splash Junior. And it's a popper style bait, top water lure. And the great thing about this is I can throw it up there in inches of water right along the riprap, pop it, stop. I can vary my retrieve and it'll catch a lot of those fish that are right up there shallow, pushing bait up on the bank. And first thing in the morning, a little top water bait like this, it's got a nice rattle to it. It's a great size for those bait this time of year when they're small like this. So top water is my first choice when I'm trying to cover water and look for aggressive fish. But sometimes they're not on the top, and so I have to go down and get a little bit lower in the water column. And then a Strike King Series 3 is really a fall time of year go-to crankbait for me. This is in the blueback sexy shad, the blueback sexy shad pattern, blueback herring sexy shad pattern, and I catch a bunch of fish on that. You know, and I can cover a lot of water, and that thing's rooting around in the rocks, and it'll come out to 3 to 6 feet of water. And I throw that on, 10 to 14 pound test monofilament, gamma monofilament, and you can just cover a bunch of water. And that ricocheting across the rocks, that shallow diver like that, a lot of guys like a square bill, that's great too. But this guy will get down there, it's got a good rattle in it. It's the perfect size, again, for the bait that time of year. Sometimes they just don't want a moving bait. And a lot of times with the riprap banks, there's irregularities, little points, little drop-offs, different things like that. And that's when I want to go to a shaky head style presentation. This is just a Strike King shaky head with their new finesse worm called a Fat Baby Finesse. It's a 5-inch bait. It's got a little bit more body. And I can fish that thing real slow. I can pick apart a little point in the riprap, or a little break, or a little area where there's a change in bottom composition. A little shaky head like that, fishing it down finesse and slowing down and catching those fish that don't want to come up there and take top water or don't want to chase a crankbait. A little finesse style worm like that really comes in well, especially if the fish are maybe in a negative mood, non-aggressive behavior. So I've got kind of a 3-stage pattern, or 3-stage strategy to try to catch these fish. The top water early, then the crankbait, and that finesse worm if they don't want to come out and chase something, they're not aggressive. So try that next time you're looking at riprap, or you're in the fall time of year and there's a bunch of fish pushing bait. The riprap's a good place to go check and try to see if you can catch a lot of fish, a big school of fish on that riprap. So try those different baits. They work for me all the time, and I'm sure they'll work for you.